Well, hello there.
Hi.
This is going to be a cool video, we hope.
I hope so.
We're not deep into it yet. You see what you got so far. Anyway, we're doing an art studio tour today in Gainesville.
That's right, and it's presented by the Gainesville Fine Arts Association. This is an annual art studio tour they do every year for a weekend in July. Today is July 14th, 2023.
15th.
15th. Today
Yes.
is July 15th, 2023.
Yes. My son's birthday.
That's right.
37 years ago, I became a daddy.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Alex. All right, let's go see some art and some artists and the studios they work in.
Okay, and this tour, it showcases fine art and fine craft in a broad range of media and styles, and I can't wait.
All right, let's turn this around and show you where we are. So there is where we are, and that's what it's called right there.
Yes.
GFAA Gallery. The Sequential Artists Workshop, SAW.
And this workshop features the comic artists. They do online, so everybody all over the world can learn how to be a comic artist. Pretty cool.
All right, comic art. Oh, they got a food truck too. Oh man, they got everything set up. All right, let's start here. And I'll turn the camera off so I get permission first. Yeah. Here is the map of all the places we intend to go today. Ooh, I like the map. So we're starting at number 1. We're here, Sequential Artists Workshop.
Yeah.
And
Filling out our form.
Rob is signing us in.
Yep. There we go.
Very good.
Yep.
All right, so we got the okay to videotape. So let's just walk around and see what's here. There we go. The Essence of Trust. That's watercolor pencil by Pam Valcanti.
That's beautiful.
Very cool.
Very nice.
Oh, cyanotype on watercolor paper. That one's called Amor by Silvana Fajardo. Ponciana, Silvana Fajardo, cyanotype on mixed media. We're going to find out what that is.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, here it is. 2023 Summer Showcase.
All right.
So all of these creations are part of the showcase.
And the windows have art on them too.
I know, aren't they beautiful?
Stained glass. Let's see what this is like. 3 pictures, a triptych or whatever. Life Changes, Patricia Spano, watercolor, acrylic ink, and acrylic paint.
Nice. I love the wheel.
Oh, look at that.
That's outstanding. That is nice.
They reinvented the wheel. What is the name? Oh, I don't see a name. Oh, here it is. Now You Can See My Pain. Michelangelo Gagliardi, found object sculpture. Let's see what's over here.
So this is the main gallery for the Gainesville Fine Arts Association.
Oh, okay. That's photography on canvas by Mary Birch Hansen. It's called Magnolia. And I didn't tell you what these are. This is called Taos Stormy Sunrise by Peter Senesac. It's acrylic on canvas panes. Canvas panes. This is acrylic on wood, also by Peter Senesac. It's called Canyon Morning.
Nice, I love that one.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
And it's the Gainesville Fine Arts Association celebrating 100 years of art.
Wow. Hearing and Speaking, Paul Newman. It's wood and oil, $100.
Nice. That is beautiful.
They should charge more for that.
I would think so.
More. Yeah. Tell Paul Newman. Charge more. Open Serato. How the West Was Won. Gregory Turner. It's acrylic screen printing.
Nice, I like that one.
So many different mediums, huh? It's amazing.
Yeah, that's what's great about this Gainesville gallery is that they don't just stick to one medium.
So I think I'll walk around and
Okay.
I don't think I want to read every one of them. Oh, look at some of these. Look at that.
Yeah, wow.
Oh man, I had some of those cameras.
That's cool.
Oh, that is
Good
cool.
idea. Still photo, Wendy Sullivan.
That's pretty cool.
That's a very clever idea.
Nice. Look how colorful this one is.
Nice. I love the variety. Oh, there's a lot of sculptors here and pottery. Nice.
We missed some over here. Nice. Very nice pieces.
And I like the way the studio itself is set up. They have different rooms to go in, different partitions, and it's
Yeah.
not just one big room with
Yeah.
4 walls.
Yeah. Here's some sculpted stuff and pottery.
So creative the artists are. Very creative.
Yeah. What's this? This is called Sculptor right here.
I like them all.
Very nice.
Very well laid out. Very well done. That's cool. Nice.
He's checking out that flamingo.
Like the grasshopper. Oh, it's a cricket. Digital vector. It's a cricket.
Huh.
By digital. Maybe we'll talk to that lady.
Yeah, we'll go talk. Interview her.
Here we go.
Nice.
Oh, nice with the horses in the field. I like this.
An alien.
I like this sculpture.
Yeah.
Wow, nice. So many creative people.
Yeah.
And they're not one or the, no two are the same.
Yep, everybody's different.
Yeah. And I love this. I love that these are like tiny rooms with all the partitions. It's my favorite part of this gallery.
Huh, very nice. Look at this one.
Oh my. Head case.
Oh yeah, all the little heads.
Yeah. Yeah, curiosities.
Jane.
artist here in Gainesville. I'm based here. And I make comics about my family and about, well, what the gentleman is reading a story about a cockroach infestation in my house.
Okay.
So unfortunately, I did have to draw about that.
It's quite something.
Yeah, it was really
I feel
something.
like I'm living it, just reading about it.
Ew, I'm sorry, but also yay.
And is this what you do here? You create comics and you try to help other artists create their kinds of comics?
I have multiple jobs. So I'm the gallery assistant up front, and I'm also a comics artist and a comics teacher here at SAW, Sequential Artists Workshop. So I just finished teaching a 2-week program for teenagers, where I helped them build their own stories, and we scanned their stuff in, and we're going to make a book of their work. Yeah, it's really, I love teaching.
Very cool.
I really like doing that. And yeah, my process looks a lot like writing, drawing, painting, scanning.
So the writing is first.
Writing is always coming first for me personally. Speaking of, I'll lay out one more thing. This is my latest comic, and this, if I can find it, here we go. This is the script that goes with
Oh, wow.
this comic.
Start from scratch.
Start from scratch. And then I do like sample drawings there.
So let me see if I can
Sorry.
get it quick. That's okay.
I know it's kind of messy.
No. It's just fascinating.
Do you do anything digital or just pen and ink or
Everything.
watercolor?
Yeah, this is all watercolor. You're free to like. There's too many, honestly, to lay out perfectly. But you're free to touch and feel. This is all scanned in. So if it gets burned to the ground, I have all my drawings.
Oh, really?
All digitized.
They're outstanding.
Thank you so much. It takes
at
me
that.
It's an incredible story.
Oh.
I just can't believe it.
I want to send it to my pest control guy.
But he was so nice. He said this guy was really great. Ted.
He was Ted from Oregon, y'all. He fixed my house. He found extra nests in my roof. He super duper helped me.
Did you send him a copy of this?
I have to. I haven't done it yet. This is from 2021. I
He
should
would probably
send-
really like it.
I think send it to
That's the kind of thing not very many people notice, and it's really nice.
I should. Yeah, I know.
Very cool.
It's hard, right? Because I'm like so distracted with work and life. But I want to.
I like that.
should.
Your house
Looking
is-
down at her.
Oh yeah,
like
she's
you're-
screaming at her
That's
ex-husband.
great.
Really something.
That's great.
It's the last copy, so
Wow.
yeah, I should have brought those pages, but of course, this is the book, so that I sort of put by the wayside.
Well, this is wonderful. And then
Thank
when
you.
the comics, the people that do the comics are done creating the book, do you also give them guidance as to how they should market it, where they should sell it?
With the teenagers, I'm more like, let's just focus on making your story. With folks that are my age, or folks that are more interested in making a career out of it, I'm still in the beginning of my career. I just procured an agent.
Oh, nice.
So I'm still working on building that. But I always offer, like, if you give me a follow on Instagram, I'll share your work, because I still have a nice little network from San Francisco, New York, and here. And SAW is incredibly helpful with helping me advertise my work. And yeah, anything that I do on paper, it gets scanned in, and then digitally I add these elements, such as, the lettering, or, the
Okay.
nitty-gritty font stuff. And as you can see, the colors change quite a bit. So I'm constantly dealing with, oh no, that's so sad. I'm constantly dealing with the RGB to CMYK shift, and these are technically full color. So if I were to get these printed, it would be very expensive. So I print at home.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's very, very useful.
And do you teach not only here but online?
Not online yet. I teach at libraries in town. I would teach online. It's just a matter of who asks me to do what. I try to have a social life. And work, it's part-time, but it's very close to full-time. So it's a juggling act. I try to hang out with my dog. Depending on, it's basically week to week, depending on what I have to do.
Well, you do a fabulous job.
It's really
not
wonderful.
Only just as a teacher and instructor, as an artist, but also as a representative for the gallery here.
Thank you so much.
Can you give the viewers a website or Instagram thing or anything?
Yeah. You can find me at Carly Shoo, SHOO.com.
Okay.
My Instagram handle is Hunger Eating Munch. So hunger eating and then munch.
Okay.
It's from a poem my dad wrote.
Oh, nice.
But Carly Schuster, you can find me.
Oh, very good.
Carly Shoo, Carly Schuster. We spell our name kind of weird. It's from Ukraine, so it's SHOO, not SCH, which is weird.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah.
it's not weird.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you so much.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
Let me turn this off. Well, our first visit was enjoyable.
Oh, yeah.
Young Carly did a great job explaining what she does. It's very inspirational, right? To make a comic book like that. That's very cool.
Oh, it really is. It's very, very cool.
So now we're at stop number 2.
Yep.
Which is?
Leslie Peebles, and Leslie is a printmaker, 117 South Main Street.
All right, so let me show you South Main Street. Then we'll turn off the camera and we'll go inside and get permission first. But first, that's where we are here. Right here in downtown Gainesville. Downtown Gainesville.
And I love the building that Leslie is in. Artist studio upstairs. Pretty cool.
Oh, that's where we gotta go upstairs. Okay.
Yeah. And there's a sign, but isn't the building cool?
Building is cool.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go inside now, and I'll turn off the camera to make sure it's okay before we get started. Get the door. Sweetwater Print Cooperative. All right, here we go. Sign in. Here's some of her work. Wow, that is detailed. Look how bright that is. One of my favorite birds, the woodpecker. We fed the woodpeckers. I call them Woody. Every woodpecker is named Woody. Look at this, holy mackerel.
Holy cow.
Look at the detail on that thing.
So nice. Oh, and it's number 3240. And she sells
Oh,
prints.
I see. Okay, wow.
Yeah. More pileated woodpeckers. I love that.
Yeah. And here's the newspaper piece right here. I'm not the newspaper piece, but I mean the biography piece. Yeah.
The artist statement.
Right.
So what is your name?
I'm Leslie Peebles,
Uh-huh.
and I'm an artist here at Sweetwater Print Cooperative, and I'm part of the GFAA studio tour.
And all the prints that we saw in the foyer or the front room are yours?
They are mine.
They're unbelievable.
Thank you, thank you.
How long does it take to do?
It takes a really, really long time. In fact, I'm going to print in just a minute.
Oh, really?
So I've got to get the press set up.
Okay.
But I've got my inks ready and I've got my paper cut. So I'll show you a little bit of the process.
So before you get too deep into it, do you have a website we can go to for you,
I
or?
do. I've got lesliepeebles.com.
Okay.
And I'm working on a new website that should be up and running in a month or so. And right now it's lesliepeeblesart.com.
Okay.
So it's coming along.
And what made you fall in love with printmaking?
I think I love to draw and I love to paint, and I got my degree in drawing and painting. But with printmaking, I can do multiple originals and I can spend as much time as I want on a piece. And without doing reproduction, I can do editions of original pieces, and it has really worked for me. And I find it a tremendously meditative medium, and
Mm-hmm.
and clearly I need to meditate. So
That's wonderful.
We heard you mention to the gentleman before us that you share the studio with other artists.
yes,
That's
we
some of
have
this.
Mike Donovan over here. He's a retired librarian from New York. Valerie is a art faculty at Santa Fe. Pat and Joanna are retired art faculty from Santa Fe College, and we've got June. Did I say June? Thomas. He does these fabulous brush paintings and calligraphy, and
Oh,
he does
neat.
commissions all over the world, and he makes, the two of us are the only two full-time artists that make a living,
Okay.
you know, out of the studio.
Sure. Oh, that's beautiful. Well, good. We'll be interested to see what you do.
Okay, thank
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So I've done 2 layers. I did.
Oh my gosh! So you carve every
so one
little thing.
layer, I carved out what I wanted to stay the white of the paper, and then I printed this white, or I printed rather, yellow and gray. And then I carved out everything I wanted yellow and gray. And then I printed the second layer, which is this kind of butterscotch, and with those pink
Oh, yeah.
and a little bit of orangier inclusions. So now I'm carving away. See, I've carved away everything I want to stay that, like that underwater butterscotch
Okay.
color of the tannic
Wow,
water.
that's amazing.
You know, here, and then the surface of the water will be blue, and I have the lily pads and the, and then these are cypress, so I'll have the cypress needles and this a little bit of sky at the top. So the next layer, so I'm carving out what I want to stay these colors, and the next layer will be greens and blues.
So once you've carved it out, you can't go back.
No.
So you have to determine how many prints you're going to do
Right.
in advance.
So I printed on this, you know, the first color layer, I printed, I think, how many did I do? 18.
Okay.
And I ruined one. So now I'm down to, I always ruin one. So now I'm down to 17, right? So it'll be an addition of 17. And I don't know, but I might lose another. So it'll probably end up being an addition of 16.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Nice.
And you start up.
Leslie?
This
okay,
is
it's okay.
linoleum. It's the battleship gray linoleum, like the old battleships had. It's made of cork powder that's compressed with linseed oil and backed, of course, with burlap. And they kept making it for artists because
Wow.
it became such an important art medium in
Yeah.
the Depression.
Ah,
A lot of CCC artists did lino
Really?
cuts. Yeah, yeah. So, of course, and in the 50s, linoleum started morphing into all kinds of other, like petroleum and asbestos. They started putting all kinds of yucky stuff in, make it harder, make it this or that, shinier.
did you say you draw on this first?
I
and
do.
then you
Yeah,
cut?
you can kind of see my pencil drawing.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
See the
underneath.
little bear.
Yeah.
And then you carve it out.
And then I carve it out, layer by
Is
layer.
it hard to carve? Is it?
This is not that hard to carve.
Like
I mean,
layers?
so it's like I use these little V gouges and U gouges, and so
It carves pretty easy.
it carves fairly easy. I mean, my back and neck and shoulders don't think so. You know, I can only carve for like a couple of hours before a day, and if I do more than that, I'll you know, end up not being able to work for a couple of weeks. Because
Oh,
it's kind of like
goodness.
working out those muscles. I can't overdo it.
Yeah.
You know, but I have plenty of other tasks to do too.
I love the children touching the fish. It's just
Yeah.
so beautiful.
Yeah.
So what this piece ended up becoming, it's like I drew it and I composed and I thought and thought and thought. This is I dreamed the boat. I dreamed the boat woman. And I put my granddaughter in it. and then I designed it, and it like in this background are like the panther and the bear and snake and alligator and all these things, and I realized it's kind of a piece about safe passage, you know, for guiding kids through life without falling prey. You know,
Yeah.
without, you know, ending up
So many things get in the way in life,
waylaid.
right?
I know, yeah. So it's just sort of maybe
Very cool.
So the boat is
So
the
we get some of the art from some of these
The
others.
boat is the mother. The boat is the mother, carrying the child through life.
Some of the others. Number 3 on the art tour, and where are we now?
We're with John Snyder, and he's a potter.
Potter.
So I think this is going to be very interesting.
Nice neighborhood too. Let me show you the
Beautiful.
neighborhood. Yeah. Okay. So there we are. Here goes a motorcycle. Let me get out of the way.
Hello.
All right, we're going to go over here to this home, right?
Yep. I guess we go in the fence. The fence door is open.
Okay, I'll make sure that it's okay to videotape, and then I'll turn it back on. All right, we are invited in.
Where are you on 6th?
How about in the corner?
617.
617.
Really close.
Yeah, a little studio.
See it from here.
Right, yeah.
I don't know if you remember us.
Very cool.
We got some bamboo.
Oh, that's right.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. That's right. That's right.
Brand new
Yeah.
pieces.
It sat there for like 3 months, didn't do anything, and now it's coming up strong.
Good.
Yeah.
Those must be pieces up there
Sounds
in
like my
his kiln.
grapefruit tree. I'm
Yeah.
just
Oh,
going
yeah.
crazy finally.
Well,
After almost dying twice.
citrus now is not gonna be a pretty ending.
Yeah, it's not a good proposition. I hope that I get a few, and I need a gas kiln to do that. So I actually go up to Alexandria, Virginia to do that. But it's fine. It's a vacation. I hang out, go up the eastern seaboard and stuff to do that. So, so I do 2 sales a year. I do one holidays like in early December, and then another one around Mother's Day. And I've had both of those in the last year or so here in the house. In the house, yep. And I should say, I'm also now a member of this organization that organized this, the Gainesville Fine Arts Association. Have you been to the gallery?
No.
Yeah, it's really
Beautiful gallery. Is it?
it's a really nice gallery. It's a really great organization. It was this activity last year that inspired me to join them because it was so cool to be able to go to. There were several in the northern part of the duck pond that were participating last year, so I did that, and so I joined, and I had some pots in a couple of shows, and then of course this is their baby as well. So it's a really, really good organization.
Great.
Beautiful work.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Nice.
Thank you.
They will come back.
I hope
We're
so.
just walking back from coffee.
And would you sign in? Did you sign in? They encourage me to encourage everybody to do that, at least partly for funding. We get funding from the city and the county. And if you put your email address there, I can also email you when I do those 2 sales.
Okay.
John, do you have a website we can?
I do have a website. In fact, some of my cards are right next to the sign-in sheet.
Okay.
And if you'll sign in, just grab a card,
Absolutely.
and the website address is on there.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay,
I do have a
very good.
website.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it since 2000. Yeah.
Well, the pieces are very outstanding. I love the shapes of those.
Thank you. That's a new form for me, which I'm really excited about firing up in Virginia. It'll be really nice.
And do you have any particular colors in mind after you create this?
See you.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you.
After you create these, the blank canvases, do you have any particular colors in mind?
Even before I made those, as I was making them, I knew exactly what glazes I was going to put on them. So yes, yeah. That is not all. Well, that's actually not true. These days, I have certain forms like these mugs right here. I know exactly what glaze I'm going to put on those, and those right there, I also know those are all the same glaze combination. These are a little, well, I sort of know what I'm going to do with these. I've got 3 glazes that I put on these jars as well. So yeah, but these are brand new forms, and I'll be using one glaze that I haven't used in at least a decade on those.
Oh my gosh.
And I have some mugs that are also faceted. That's what we call that form, that technique. I've got some mugs that mimic those jars a little bit as well, which will be glazed in the same way. Yeah, yeah.
And how long does it take you to fire something?
To actually fire it in this kiln, this takes about 12 hours.
12 hours?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It's programmed, and you put it in, and you press go, and it goes.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's electronic, and it's not. There are manual ones, but this is not a manual one. Then when I fire in the gas kiln, that's also about 11 or 12 hours as well. But that's very labor intensive. You have to babysit the whole thing. Like every half an hour, 15 minutes sometimes, you have to be out there looking and make sure it's doing what you want.
Oh, wow.
That's a very labor intensive process.
Oh my gosh, and you also do the potter's wheel.
Yep, that's where I make everything.
Yeah.
Yep, on the wheel.
Well, let me sign in and get your website on here.
Yeah, please do it.
You gotta be totally focused.
So that's
pretty
John Snyder. Let me get that on there. And the website, it's got to be on here somewhere.
And then when we put our email, you'll be able to send us.
I will absolutely send you. I'll send you emails to
There it is.
notify you the 2 shows that I do.
Oh, okay.
JohnSnyderPottery.com.
Oh, that's great.
But I'll prompt you with an email.
Okay.
It was 3 years old. All of it was rock hard, and I had to hydrate it. What you do is different ways to do it. What I do is you get a 5-gallon bucket, you fill it with water. You then make sure that your bag is also not perforated, and you surround the clay with water. You put a rubber band on it, and you submerge it in the bucket of water.
Oh.
And the pressure from the bucket of water pushes the water inside the bag into the clay. But it's imperfect. It's imperfect. It's the best that I know for a rock hard, but it's imperfect. So I'm wrestling. I just had to take a bag out that I tried to work with. It was too hard. So anyway, part of it is that it was sitting here for 3 years.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
if I buy new clay today, it'll stay moist for at least 6 months or so. If I'm careful, make sure that I don't perforate the bag.
Oh, okay.
6 months or even a year. But 3 years, there was no way that it wasn't going to dry out. So
Well, you try.
I did try.
Wow, what a pleasure to get to know you.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you. Well, that was a nice visit with John Snyder. I felt like we were visiting somebody, like a friend.
Yeah, he's very, very personable.
Walked back into his yard and he said that was an old garage that his studio is. Converted old garage. All right, on to the next one. I think this is stop number 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah.
And this is Jane Medved.
Yes, and she's a painter. And boy, I just love this neighborhood. I love the fence over here and the parking area. Boy, this is a beautiful area of Gainesville.
All right, let's go see her.
Okay.
Let me show you the neighborhood first. Because it's pretty. Look at those beautiful trees. Look at that. It's like living in the woods without living in the woods.
Yeah, it's very inviting.
All right, let's go find Jane Medved.
Okay. We have to walk behind the car, I think.
Oh, we do?
'Cause it's-
Oh, okay.
yeah.
I see. Okay.
Oh, I love this. Look at
The
this
artist
thing.
studio tour. All right. Let's go inside.
Ooh, I like the area.
Oh, yeah. Pretty.
What do you see in the movies? Oh, look at this, what she's got on the trees.
Oh, very neat. Yeah.
Wow. Look at this. Oh, this is really cool.
That's very
Oh,
cool.
it's got a tiny path.
That was a bird.
Faces.
But that's what you like, a bicycle with a hat hanging on it.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you like.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, as an art piece. I know it's a real bicycle, but... Do we go in this building?
I believe so. Looks like there are doors over there. I love this. This must be from palm trees, right?
Yeah, it looks like those things that fall off.
The Native American story were turquoise and coral, if worn together, and you have coral colors in here. That this is success in the world, and coral is success in the heart. So they wear both together. Sometimes they'll put them on a ring.
Is that right?
Or something, a piece of jewelry, you know.
I didn't know.
I just love that story.
I love that.
Yeah. So just
love that.
you'll want to remember that when you honoring both sides of you, right?
Well, this is a beautiful studio. I love how it's laid out, and I love your entrance way with all of the wonderful.
Very fun, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful
it's
paintings.
gorgeous.
Wow.
And I like that street dimensional up there. You've got.
Yeah, I like to incorporate a lot of different materials, and I paint on different materials, beyond frames, you know. So I like to be playful that way.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And how do you come up with your ideas? On any particular shape, they're so different.
That's a good question. But,
You just out of your head.
full imagination. Yeah. So
Jane,
I like
do
to be playful and just enjoy what I'm doing, and so I just try to incorporate as many found objects and things like that, you know. And they suggest something to me.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's wonderful.
Like when I see in someone throwing this out in the trash, because this was from a queen palm, and this is wrapped around the bark, around the trunk, and then this extends out, and from here there's the frond coming out. When I see that, I actually see the eyes in the piece.
It's already there in your mind,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I don't know if it's my mind or what, but it's as if it's calling to me. Paint it this way, paint it that way. So
That's
if I
interesting.
listen to that inner part, you know, and follow it well, then I guess it comes out successful.
Jane, do you have a website?
Yeah.
Let's see what it is.
Take a card. It's my name, JaneMedved.com.
JaneMedved.com. Okay, very good. And this is a YouTube channel called The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
The world spins
Fine.
on her own.
Yeah.
But we'll send you a link to it.
Oh, okay.
And I
I
know
hope you're going to edit out this parts where I make a fool of myself.
No, nothing. You didn't do that at all.
I love that they're upside, that they're not the same. Going in, this one,
got
the
it.
small one is going up and
got
the
it.
short is going
Yeah,
down.
usually the ones with the face, are going that way, whereas the bird's beak goes the other way.
That makes
Very
sense.
observant, yeah.
Yeah.
I like the colors, I like your area over there. That is really, really nice. Yeah, I just love the little ones. Yeah, it looks like you're an adventurer because maybe that could even be a self-portrait that you're hanging on the tree.
This is cool. Right here with the world. shows the people of the world, right?
It's called Sinking Feeling because
Oh, no.
it's, you can see that we're going underwater.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's actually a serious piece.
It is serious, yeah.
Well, you're very insightful, as well as being playful. You're very, very insightful in your art.
Thank you very much.
This is great.
If you're comfortable with steep stairs, there's
You
a
go
whole
upstairs?
lot more.
Oh, okay.
And in the bathroom there you can see more in there.
Okay.
And they're steep? Okay, well, Robin will catch me if I fall.
So be careful, all right?
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. And we'll go on to the upstairs. This, I love these pieces.
Yeah. All right, let's tackle the steep stairs.
Steep stairs, use caution, hold the hand.
I will.
I love this one.
What I say is that
What a wonderful view of the downstairs.
Yeah.
I love that piece over there with the hand with the nose and
Can I get in there? Can I get in there? Oh, wow. Neat.
Oh, I love this. Look at all of this. I love the noses. Aren't they
The
something?
noses, yeah.
Yeah, this one. He's a happy guy. They're all different size pieces. I like that. The chair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An artist is an artist.
Yeah. She's beautiful. She's such fun.
Those faces on the palm tree pieces,
Yeah.
those are like her trademark or something.
I think so.
I love them.
I like this fellow with the mustache.
Yeah.
He's
He
pretty.
looks like he's
regal.
really looking at you.
Yeah. There's her artist statement.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
She paints over the frame like this monkey, the
Hey,
baby
there's
on the back.
Tom Petty.
Oh yeah. I like how she paints over the frames too. Nice. I love this. She's so great. Everybody we've seen is fabulous.
Very cool.
This is her area.
This chair.
Check out the neighborhood. We'll show you in a second. But we're not that far from the last house, by the way.
No, everything's so close.
Studio. So where are we now?
These are artists. Artist number 5 is Steve Howell. He's a potter and a sculptor. And artist number 6 is Jeff Ripple. He is a landscape painter.
And I think it's in that house over there, I think.
It's
So
got an arrow.
turn this around. There's what makes me believe that. Let me show you this neighborhood. Check out this old live oak.
Yeah, but I love this. I love all that in front of the house.
That is
All
nice.
this greenery down there. It's
Very nice, yeah. Wow, beautiful. All right, let's go. I guess we go in here, huh?
I guess so. Got an arrow.
You knock on the door.
I
Oh, I see the arrow. I see another arrow. Artist studio tour to the left.
Yeah, this is so interesting. I love this.
I feel like a salesman going door to door.
Video. Oh, this is so great. Hello, how are you?
Hello, can we videotape?
Sorry?
Is it okay to videotape?
Can I interview you?
Thank you. So 2 artists are in this location.
Yep, this is Steve Howell's studio.
Uh-huh.
Keep mixing him up with the Yes guitarist, Steve Howell, not Steve Howell. So he's in there, and he's graciously loaned me his backyard because my studio is inhospitable, to say the least, right now.
And you're Jeff Ripple.
I'm Jeff.
Oh, okay. So
Oh, okay.
we can interview you. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Excellent.
Jeff, you're a sculptor, is that right?
No, Steve is the sculptor.
Oh, Steve's
I'm a
sculptor.
painter.
Oh, you're
Landscape.
the landscapes.
Right.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, this is me.
Oh my
Oil
gosh, that is
landscapes.
beautiful. And is it oil?
Oil.
How long have you been doing it?
About 14 years.
That's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow, it's
Self-trained.
beautiful.
Seems like a...
You're self-trained.
Yeah.
Great.
I was a large format photographer before that, wooden box cameras, and
Oh my God.
Oh, wow, really?
yeah, still a lot of people, that's what they know me for.
Yeah, he's older than he looks.
How do you choose the landscapes that you paint?
It's whatever appeals to me.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I live in Florida, so obviously, and I sell most of my work in Florida, so that landscape appeals to me, and that's how I make my living. But I work in the low country of South Carolina, up in the North Carolina mountains, and love out west, but between everything else, I haven't had a lot of time to develop much of a body of work from there. I've got
A lot
obviously
from
one
here.
Rocky Mountain one.
Is that area near Boone by chance? The way you just referenced in North
The Rocky
Carolina?
Mountain.
Oh, Rocky Mountains. Oh, I thought you said...
Yeah, well, I'm in the Blue Ridge too.
Okay, okay.
Ridge, right. So I sell at a gallery in Brevard.
Okay, okay.
Right. But I have a friend up near Boone, and I generally stay in a cabin in Balsam, so I get around.
A cabin. Boy, that sounds... That's perfect for an artist. Let me see if I can get some...
I like the different personalities on your paintings.
They're beautiful.
Yeah, the personalities are really outstanding.
So nice.
Yeah, they're gorgeous.
Wow.
So I do some painting outside, on site, and then others develop from paintings I've done outside, or drawings, or photographs, and often they're a mishmash of different things.
Oh my gosh, this is beautiful.
So nice.
Afternoon, Otter Creek, oil on board. Spring afternoon, Oil Creek.
That is so amazing.
Isn't that perfect?
Absolutely perfect.
It is perfect. I love your reflections
Yeah, which one?
in there. This one,
Yeah.
Otter Creek.
I'm actually working on a version of that's 66 by 84 right now, which is one reason why.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
Not in that other.
That sounds
because
large.
It's right inside the front door. It's the only place it would fit. So.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So it's consumed the house.
Well, thank you for taking time.
Oh,
Do you have a website?
I do. Cards are here.
And we got to sign in too.
Yeah, that's for my email newsletter. The real important sign-in is the one inside the door that
Okay,
will say
okay.
grant for grant.
All right. And
When you said you painted outside and you do plein air, how long does it take you?
Usually
plein air
under a
painting?
couple hours, and then I do some finishing work in the studio.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so they're never, I won't say never, but usually not finished in the 2 hours. 2 hours is a window where if it's bright and sunny, the shadows are moving, everything has changed significantly in a couple hours. If it's overcast like this, you get a longer period.
It's a lot of pressure to do it in that short amount of
There
time, I
is,
think.
yeah. But if you don't put the pressure on yourself to say, I have to get this absolutely finished and I can never touch it again within 2 hours, it helps a lot.
Okay.
Jeff, thank you so much.
beautiful.
That was great.
Thank you.
We'll send you a link to the video.
Sounds good.
It's a YouTube thing we do.
All right.
Thank you.
White or dark?
Oh, dark.
That must be a lunch order. Light or dark? Unbelievable. They are so delicious. Yeah, we keep bumping into you. We're stalking you.
I never know. And I'm not, actually, I'm really not paying attention. I'm just firing. And all of a sudden I go, oh shit, look at that. It's serendipity. I love that hole. And the inside of that piece you were looking at, what I do is that's called crazing. And most potters want to stay away from that. But I like that. And what that is when the after the glaze has been fired onto the piece, and the piece is cooling down, the glaze wants to shrink more than the clay does. So the glaze is under tension, and the way that tension is resolved is by crazing, all that little network. But that doesn't happen all at once. It'll happen initially, and as soon as it's cool enough to touch, I'll stain it with India ink, with black India ink, and then I wait about 6 weeks, and in that time, a whole nother set of
He likes the color turquoise. He likes the color turquoise.
The first set that I did.
Blue green.
And then I use liquid watercolor, and I can go in and get red. Right, or red or purple.
That looks so real. Looks like real food.
I know.
I call those a dome jar. And again, I've been making those off and on for 40 years.
So is there on the white part with the
They're beautiful pieces.
Yeah.
No, it's
And there's this
what I do
Oh, yeah.
is after it comes out of after it comes out of the glaze firing, I use from my Motorhead days, I use wet or dry sandpaper, and I can go all the way up to like 600 grit because I want it.
Does this have a website? This might be. Here, Robin. Card. What's the website? Okay, we are making the rounds around Gainesville. This is a pretty town, by the way.
It's beautiful. I love the neighborhoods. It's perfect. So welcoming.
So where are we now?
Okay, we're with Sue Kelman, and she's a painter. And this is a gorgeous neighborhood as well. It's
Let's
beautiful.
go see her. First, I want to check out the neighborhood.
Okay.
Yeah, you're right. I like it.
Yeah.
Very charming.
Look at all of that foliage surrounding each home.
Yeah. All right, let's go see. This is Sue, you said?
Sue Kelman.
Sue Kelman.
She's a painter.
And we go in this house?
I believe so. We'll look for the sign.
Go into people's houses. But there's a note on the door that hopefully will be helpful. Come on in, it says.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go on in. We'll wipe your feet. Walk into somebody's house.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a sign-in thing. Ooh. I'm in somebody's house. Very pretty. All the artwork is really nice. Very nice. I like the fireplace, Robin.
Oh, nice. She has a paper with all the paintings numbered and all their names.
Okay.
It's very amazing.
Can you help me out with that and tell me what something is?
Sure.
For example, over the fireplace, what's that?
Okay. Number 11. And that is Martini Time. All right, excellent. I love it.
Martini.
It's acrylic and it's $400.
All right.
This is great. I love
Martini
this.
Time.
Yeah, I can see it. That's perfect.
And how about this one over here? This is number 6.
Number 6 is Pathways, Mixed Water Media, $600.
Nice.
Very nice. I love this. This is so artsy.
Beautiful. And you pick one and tell me about it.
Okay, let's see.
Which one will get your attention?
Oh, let's see. I think this one, number 1, is called Dream Dancer, Water Media Collage with Hand-Painted Peepers, $700.
Very nice.
Yeah, and I love the scalloped.
Oh yeah.
She put the paint over
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
into
Yeah.
the mat.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's
Nice.
I love these. This is great. Hamburg, Canada. This is her book. Nope. Those are so nice.
I feel like I'm walking in somebody's house.
Yeah, this is beautiful. So
I
artsy.
should go first.
Let's see.
And I was, and that's what came out of it.
Look how gorgeous. These must be all
That's because every time I came home, I had all these.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And then I started.
Very nice.
Hello, hello.
Hey.
I am Sue Kelman.
Hi, my name's Robin. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I'm Larry. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Thank you both for coming. You're welcome. Yes, no problem.
Is it okay that we videotape? And is it okay that we interview you?
Oh, you're here to interview.
Yeah, we're doing.
You're the media. That's the bathroom. Go ahead. Yes. Okay, you interviewing?
You have a beautiful home, a beautiful studio.
Thank you.
All of your pieces are so artsy.
Thank you very much.
Paintings to all the different sculptures.
Thank you.
So how did you get started with all of this? How did this happen?
Well, you know, I was always a collector. And for 30
wow.
years, I collected other people's work. And
Really?
then when I retired, I decided, well, I want to try this. And
Oh,
so I
okay.
started.
Were you scared? Nervous?
Yeah.
A little bit?
A little bit, but I just went for it. And that's what you have to do. And I took workshops and classes and had some artists in town be mentors. And I just started doing it, and now it's the love of my life is
what did
painting. So I do watercolor, water media. I use water crayons, water pencils.
Oh, wow.
And, I also do watercolor batiks on rice paper. That's what this is.
Oh wow.
That's
It's got a nice look to it.
I'm selling here, or showing, a lot of framed pieces, but also unframed work, so people can get them at accessible prices
I see,
and take
yeah.
it home and frame it their own way that they would want to do.
It's
at
really
their
pretty.
house.
And they're very creative too. I love your colors, the vibrancy.
I love color. I'm not afraid of color. A lot of artists are afraid of color. They don't know.
It's interesting, isn't it? Yeah, I've noticed that.
But I don't study color. I just
Just go for what looks
Yeah.
good in your mind.
I don't study color, and I make some color mistakes, I believe, but you know, it's all right.
If there is such a thing. Do you
I like
have?
this piece over there in the back. It looks very polished, and I love it because of the sense of leaves.
That piece is an example. This piece was done with a process called negative painting, where all the painting is done around the shapes. And layers and layers and layers. And so every time you're going always around, and then you're going around a little bit more, and then around a little bit more, and that's how you get this effect.
Oh,
Negative
okay.
painting.
Very cool.
That's beautiful.
So before we let you go, what's your website if you have one?
It's KSK Paintings, because I'm Karen Sue Kelman, so it's kskpaintings.com.
That's easy. It's
And
very
you'd think so, kskpaintings.com.
okay.
Thank you for asking.
About how long does it take you to do this?
Well, the batiks take more because it's a process. You put on, you save your white with wax, then you put on some color, then you save that color
wow.
with wax, then you put on more color, then you save that. So this is a real process. It can take several days to do because you got to let the watercolor completely dry before you go on with the wax. The wax dries immediately, but the watercolor doesn't. Whereas a little painting that's just a watercolor, I might do in a single setting. You're sitting, just do it, you know. So it depends on the process, and a lot of the things here are collages, such as this, which is a lot of time. I worked on over weeks.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, do you have the images in your mind, or do you like see something as you're driving around and say,
Well,
"Oh, that's a
I
cool
see
shape"?
things. I'm constantly seeing things. I walk every day, and I travel a lot, and I take a lot of photographs. And for example, a lot of the paintings behind you are from the olive branches from inspired by my trip to Greece, and the two paintings on the side were from my trip to southern Spain. And so a lot of them have to do with my travels. And I typically paint
Thank you for being so flipper.
photographs or do abstract. I'm not a plein air painter yet. I would like to be, but you have to get over the heat and the bugs and all that to be a plein air painter, and I haven't quite figured that out yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of that out there too, right? Yeah.
Your paintings are gorgeous. You've got a wonderful talent, and I've never really seen that.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. We're seeing a lot of artists today.
Oh, we have. This is so great.
So now we're at another location, not too far from the last one. Who are we at now?
Peter Senesac and Michelle Nagri. Peter is a painter, and Michelle is a photographer and a painter. And we found out that Peter and Michelle are organizers of this event.
All right, so let's go in there and see them, and I want to show you the neighborhood.
Okay.
It's kind of my job here. Here we go. Hey, nice. It's been raining, by the way. I don't know if we mentioned that earlier, but nice area. Big, tall trees, right?
Yeah.
So here's the artist studio tour.
I'm glad they have signs.
Continuing, yeah.
Yeah, this is great. What a wonderful way to spend a day seeing everybody's creativity. The variety is incredible.
It is, and it's amazing how, you know, one artist uses watercolor and another artist uses watercolor, and the art looks so different.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
And a cute little
So do we
doggy.
go in the door here? Do we ring the doorbell?
It's got the sign.
Okay, I'll let you ring it. Do we come in? Hello. I feel like we're trick-or-treating. Trick-or-treat where you actually go in the house.
Right.
Oh my
Beautiful.
gosh.
If you don't mind filling out
Thank
the
you so
signage
much.
sheet.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Good to see you again. Bye-bye.
All right.
Okay, we're doing
Misha, you're a photographer?
I am.
Is that your art?
Yep,
Well, that's
and
amazing.
painting as well.
Oh, you do both?
Yeah.
And how long have you done that?
I started photography in 2000, actually both in 2010.
Really?
Yeah.
And what got you started?
I graduated, I studied psychology. And
Oh, okay,
then
okay.
I happened to pick up the camera and I wanted to do
You
other
got hooked.
things. And I was like, oh, this is fun.
Was it here in Gainesville?
Yep.
And did you just, is your inspiration the area or?
Nature, architecture, water. Really, it's about light, shape, and feeling.
Oh, okay. There's more to it than just snapping the
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The shutter.
Exactly. And we were told that you're two of the organizers, that you are the organizers
Correct.
of this event.
This year we are the co-directors.
How long did it take you to get all of this together and to line up all the artists?
We started planning in February.
Mhm.
So we
Wow. Long time.
took over from Deb and Wes Lindberg. They were the directors for the past 2 years,
Mhm.
and some other artists. Hello, welcome. Thank you for
Well, we won't
coming.
hold you too long. Can you give us your website?
Yeah, do you want the studio tour website or
Both.
the art?
For you and
Yours
for.
would be good. We've got you.
There's mine, and Peter's is on his.
Peter's.
And if you have a map,
Mhm.
brochure, right at the front bottom there.
Oh, okay.
GFAA studiotour.org.
Okay, very good. Well, let's go.
Cool.
Let's go. See what's back there with the cooperative art. Is that what you call it?
And we can videotape paintings.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all right.
I'd like to get your card later too if you have.
Okay, absolutely.
Thank you. Thank you. Hi.
How are you today?
Thank you.
A lot of
A lot of art on the wall.
Peter's art, Michelle's photographs.
I see. Yeah, she said she's a painter too.
Yeah.
So are we going the right way?
See, oh yeah, here's her photographs and Peter's over there.
Okay.
She said to come back here. These are beautiful.
Okay. Oh,
hello.
let me get out of your way.
How are you?
So-
Good, you're good. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello. Painting studio. Oh, now we know where we are.
Yeah.
Patreon.com.
All together art.
Do you mostly buy your supplies online?
Yeah. And locally, actually, the Repurpose project is a pretty good
I love all of this. It just looks like
No, I
it's just
just
fun
told
to
you, I
do.
donated a bunch of stuff to them, but I hadn't thought about going there and purchase things.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we got
That's
some
clever.
paints. We did a class or like an event with them, and we used them. And they had a whole bunch of stuff that we would ever use.
Different brushes.
Oh yeah.
You know, with kids,
Nice.
fishing kids and stuff.
Let you talk to them.
That's all right.
Yeah, nice meeting you. Thank you for sharing so
Yeah,
much
sure.
information.
Get on our email list, and if you're interested in any kind of, we're not doing any classes right now, or we haven't done any, but we want to, and so we're collecting names for that kind of thing. For painting together, if you want to figure out how to paint with somebody else at the same time,
Yeah.
which is pretty fun. And
just have to learn to keep my
just to
mouth
go
shut.
out, plein air painting. There's a couple of groups around
Oh,
town
really?
that get together and do
I
that.
think I'd like to wait a couple months before I do that. It's
Yeah.
pretty hot.
Oh yeah. Not much, we don't-
Hot and buggy, right?
Yeah, we don't do it in the summer that much.
Yeah, but I would like to do that.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So yeah, get on our email list, and we don't send out a lot of stuff. But
That
once in a while.
paper that I signed on the way in, does that put me on the email list?
That's mostly GFAA. I'll give you one of my cards.
Okay.
No, actually, let's see if I can-
Or I can give
how'd
you-
you all hear about the tour?
Peter, we heard about you. Peter?
Yes, I
I'm
did.
Larry. This is
Hi,
Robin.
how are you?
And we have a YouTube channel called The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
Uh-huh.
And that's what we're doing here today.
Oh, okay.
So, and whatever you want to tell us about this. You're one of the organizers. We heard that.
Yes, Michelle and I did a co-directing this year.
Sounds like it's a big job. We have.
It's a pretty big job.
I think
Big
you're
as a
the
big
8th or
job.
9th artist we've met so far today. I think.
Okay, yeah,
I
cool.
think so.
There's 27 artists in 19 locations.
Okay, okay.
And
So we're not even halfway done.
Yeah.
well, you got 2 days.
Yeah, right.
I like the feel of your studio. I think it's absolutely amazing.
Oh,
It feels a lot of welcomeness in here.
Yeah.
And we love how you have your paintings and then, of course, Michelle's photography distributed on the different areas of your place. It's really, really nice.
Oh, great. Thanks.
So tell us about yourself. Are you from Gainesville originally?
No, I've been here a long time, but I'm not from here originally. I think after like 20 years, you're considered a native.
Local? Okay. So did your art happen for you early in life, or?
Yeah, I grew up in a family of art folks.
Okay, okay.
Not artists, not professional, but everybody in my family
Was an
artistic
artist.
in some way.
And what attracted you to the mediums that you ended up doing?
I've always been interested in landscapes.
Okay.
And just not sure why. Just I love being outside. Part of it.
And your card says you're impressionistic, atmospheric, and expressionistic.
Yeah.
What is the difference between the three?
Let's see. What is the difference? Well, expressionist is like this, where you're don't really have necessarily a plan. You're just going with the flow and working fast and no plan, or not a real tight plan. Impressionism is a lot more controlled, and it's more about color and about small strokes and soft edges, and atmospheric is even more like that.
Oh my gosh.
okay.
Your paintings that
I
we've
can show
seen
you
on
the
the way,
different
that's
ones. If
great.
you want to look, I'll show you which ones
Sure.
fall into what categories.
Yeah, so those are expressionistic behind you.
Yes. Michelle and I work together. We do what we're calling abstract expressionism, which is we have no, except for the flower ones that are out there, we don't have anything that we're going by. We don't even have an idea. We just have color. We'll say we're going to work with X, Y, and Z, and we're going to work with whatever tools we want, and then we start on our easel. This is where we work right here.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, yes, this is the beginning of one.
This is the community one that everybody that comes in, we encourage to put your mark on there.
Oh my gosh, okay.
This last year's down there.
Oh, how nice. That is
Look
really
at that.
wonderful.
So we had about 20 people work on that.
That's great.
Over the period of 2 days.
And I like all your brushes, and I love the palettes, because whenever an artist gets done with a palette, it seems to be artwork in itself.
That's right, it's true.
Well, thank you for inviting us through the
sure.
invitation we got in the email, but it's just been a joy to get to know you guys.
Excellent.
Thank you, and thank you for
And
bringing this to the community.
And we'll share the video with you.
Okay, yeah, great. So you got cards?
Email. Yes, I
Okay,
do.
perfect.
We're set.
All right.
Thank you, Peter. So
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for
You
coming
shake?
out.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Now we are at another studio. This is a glass artist, right?
Yes, and her name is Jacquelyne Collett. And at the same place is a photographer named Ann Ramsden. So
All right. So
this is so cool.
I'm gonna go see what are their names again? Jacquelyne and Ann.
Yep.
All right, let's go inside.
Okay.
Okay. What do we do? Knock on the door? Ring the bell?
Oh, welcome, please come in.
Studio 14. Jacquelyne and Ann. All right. Hello. I feel like we're embarging in a house. Embarging. Made up a word. Oh, nice. That's nice art.
That's beautiful.
Jackie and Ann, nice to meet you. So you are the glass artist?
Yes.
All right.
And as a photographer.
And photographer.
So can we see some of your art? Absolutely. I just want to say hello to this gentleman.
Absolutely.
Hello. Doing well. Michael, welcome. Come on in. I'm going to show them my work because they're doing a little video.
Okay.
And so if you want to come back. Okay. And charge first.
Robert, you go ahead of me.
And Ann is selling something, but
I'm trying.
This is my work. I sold a couple pieces this morning already. So this is my work that is finished here and over here. And I have an explanation in the other room about how things are made.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, let me let you explain.
We can go through here.
Go ahead. Thank you, sir.
Oh, I see. This is your area. Wow.
I start out with sheets of glass. So these are sort of what they look like right here.
Oh, wow.
So start out with sheets of glass, and then I cut them using these tools to make a shape that I want. The next step is with the work that I'm doing right now is I'm designing with threads of glass.
Oh, wow.
That I make from, I take a rod of glass and I heat it up on a torch so it gets glowy.
That's amazing.
And then I take a pair of pliers and just pull that glowy part, and I get a long thread of glass. Depending on how fast I pull will be the diameter of the glass. So some diameters are very thin and others are, none of them are really big, but there are different diameters. So this is an example of just placing those threads of glass on the glass that I'm working with and making a design. The next step is I put it in the kiln.
Sorry, I didn't mean to knock that over. That goes in the kiln?
Yeah, it's probably the fan is blowing it around a bit. So the next step is I put it in the kiln around 1500 degrees, and those layers will fuse together. So it kind of starts like this and then ends up like that.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Just because it's my preference, I sandblast them when that comes out of the kiln and it's shiny. I sandblast it and I make it dull.
Oh, so you don't like to keep it shiny?
No.
Oh,
and then I put it in the kiln
This
to
is the
make
kiln.
a shape. And it makes a shape, but it also changes the surface. I'll pick up the black one. These were hot this morning, but they're okay now. So now the shine is not as, the shine is a little bit more than sandblasting, and that allows you to touch it and use it and not in your
I
fingerprints.
see, almost like a matte finish.
Yes, so your fingerprints won't show up. And with that, it's a bit open and porous, and
the oil
I see.
paint
Yeah, I
finish.
understand that. So it's not quite shiny, not quite.
It's like when you go to the
Yeah.
paint store and you say you want satin.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And how long do you leave it in the kiln?
This firing, excuse me, this firing was about 14 hours last night.
Really?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Okay. And you have 2 sizes of kilns.
Yes, the little one I put if I don't have quite so much.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, this is so fascinating. And this is your torch? Or what
This is a compressor.
Oh, okay.
And this is when I hook up to the sandblaster that
Oh.
allows me to do the blasting.
Mm-hmm.
What else in here is a strange thing? The torch parts are. There's a different torch in here. I use, have you ever seen those little propane tanks they have in the store? Well, it's not propane, it's called MAP gas,
Uh-huh.
but it looks like that. And these go onto the MAP gas, and then you strike them and get your flame from that. So it's a 2-part thing. Sometimes I do demonstrations, but the weather is so hot these days that I don't want to leave
Yeah.
a tank of gas outside.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So I've just been telling people, you have to imagine
Just yeah.
fire.
Sure.
I like how you have your art framed and also freestanding. It's just beautiful.
Thanks so much. I appreciate that.
And I like you have earrings.
I do. They're made a little bit differently.
Uh-huh.
Sure, no problem. So how did this become your thing? How long ago and how?
Probably about 40 years ago.
Okay, so you've done it a long time.
Yeah, I started because I did stained glass and I wanted to incorporate fused pieces.
Okay.
And there was no one doing it in this area. There were a few people that were doing it in the Pacific Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
There was no internet. So a friend of mine and I, he was a ceramicist, called people in Seattle and Oregon that were doing some of this work and said, well, how do we start?
Mm-hmm.
So we worked together in figuring out how to do it. Since then, there's lots of classes and lots of things on YouTube where you can find out how
Everything.
how to do fusing,
Yeah.
fusing, which is the combining of the glass, and slumping, which is the shaping of the glass. So you can easily have access to finding out how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But when we started, we didn't have that.
So you're the pioneer. You're one of the
It was a pioneer.
pioneers.
It took me, I mean, I can teach people, I don't teach anymore, but when I did, I thought, gosh, I can teach them how to do this in a month, whereas it took me years to figure out.
Oh my gosh.
So it makes a difference when you're a pioneer.
And your beautiful work. I like your different colors that you choose.
Thank you.
I like the colors. Can we have one of your cards?
Absolutely.
Oh, and the website. Can you tell our viewers what your website is?
My website is JacquelyneCollett.com, and it's a little tricky to spell.
Well, we have it on the card, right?
Okay,
So we'll
yes,
put it on the little
yes.
thing on the bottom.
Yes, my mother and father chose a Jacquelyne that is not typical.
Well, you're not typical. You're very artsy. And
Maybe
you're
that's why
very
they knew.
Thank
yeah. But this
Very
is
cool.
really great.
Well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Very good to meet you.
Very nice to meet you. Thank
So
you.
you're heading to some other studios.
Yes, yep. We'd like to speak to Ann if we could.
Promote the merchandise.
Good.
Hi, good, thank you.
So can we interview you about your photography? Hello, Jackie.
Sure.
Okay, I'm Robin. This is Larry.
Hello, hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
So you're Ann,
Yes.
Ann Ramsden, and you're a
Yes.
photographer.
Yes.
And what type of photographs do you prefer to take, or do you have a wide variety?
I do have a wide variety. I certainly like landscapes and nature themes for the most part, and bamboo. I'm crazy about bamboo.
Nice.
Wow.
I like the paintings that we see because those are very expressive. I mean, gosh, you've got lily pads and you've got the bottoms of the trees in the water. Very good.
Thank you. Yeah, Cyprus, if you take a close look, there's a lot happening there.
Mhm.
So, and using different editing tools, you can bring some of that out.
Oh, really?
To the forefront a little bit more.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So I start with a
It's over here.
with a pretty, basic photograph.
Okay,
Is how I
uh-huh,
start with,
uh-huh.
and after I
Oh, look at the difference.
get done manipulating and using some different tools,
Yeah.
you just see some different things.
And that is that up there.
Yes.
So it's a much very vibrant.
Yes, and that's probably, I pushed it a little further on that one than I did on this one. And it's going to look different on paper than it does on the canvas.
Oh, I see.
So,
Uh-huh.
with my printer, my little printer. So
I like this one over here. It's like a close-up of something.
That's a concrete wall with modern hieroglyphics, which I found very interesting.
Modern hieroglyphics?
Well-
Meaning like kids scratched into
Yes.
it?
Oh, I see. I see.
Oh, that's a nice way of describing that.
And and this was another part of that wall. The other pieces at the the original pieces at the Artisans Guild. And I just find it very interesting to see all the
You saw art
shapes.
where nobody else saw art.
Yeah.
Like on a wall, you saw art. Wow.
Some people think it's garbage, graffiti, and,
I hear what you're saying,
and
yeah.
I think there's some really beautiful things you can find in there. So.
And some of your pieces are black and white.
Yes.
Aviation.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
That's really nice. That's a very interesting plane.
There was a plane show somewhere not far from here, and I found them very interesting. And my father flew planes in World War II.
Oh, he did.
And then afterwards had a little school.
Oh,
that he
really?
Taught. And so that I'm fascinated by planes, partially because of that. And that's my old infrared work that I used to hand print.
Oh my gosh.
So there's a novice question that you probably get all the time, but I don't know if this is a good question. Do you prefer film over the digital that we have available now?
Prefer. Yes, because that film isn't available anymore. So I have gotten used to digital. I did not like it at all to begin with. It was, you could tell the difference when it first came out. I could. It was harsh to me.
Yeah.
And I think it's lost some of that harshness. It's gotten to be more like
More like film?
film. And of course, I'm not using it like regular film. I'm changing it anyway.
Yeah, you're making it better, brighter, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, yeah. So I've enjoyed this. I've been doing this for about a year or so in this format, and it's fun.
Sure.
So yeah.
Do you have a website?
Do not have a website.
Okay.
Should I have? What?
I don't know.
Am I working on it?
I don't know. I just want to make sure before we put this out there that everybody knows how to get a hold of everybody we're talking to.
Yeah. Well, I do have. Hey there. I do have my work at the Artisans Guild.
Oh, that's
so
wonderful.
I'm a member there. So it's pretty much always there.
Okay.
okay.
We just learned about that too.
And I like you have a person in that photograph over there.
Yes,
That
the
is
shadow
really
dancer.
nice. Yeah, I like that one.
She
Nice.
was dancing. There was an event at First
I
Magnitude
get that.
Brewery. And this little girl was dancing. There was music there, and she was just there dancing right along. So it was beautiful.
Well, thank you. Thank you for inviting us into your home and to show us your art.
Jackie's home, yes. Thank
Yes.
you. Nice of you to come and take it in and do the thing and do the media thing.
Media thing, yeah.
Your paintings are very well displayed also.
So we'll share the video with Jackie, and then she'll be able to share it to you. Okay.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You got me feeling
not a different day, but it's sunny now. See how Florida is?
Yeah.
Florida rains one minute and sunny the next.
I know. Sun showers. Love them.
So now we're going to meet another glass artist, and her name is?
Bettianne Ford, and she's a fused glass artist.
All right, so let's go in there and see what she's got to show us.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, Bettianne. Oh, man, nice.
It is wonderful.
So then I turn it over and put it on that. And then when I
Nice.
fire
Let's see what
Look at all the colors.
it comes out like this.
very pretty.
Look at all
And
the
this
colors.
glass changed. Yeah, this glass changed.
Very
color.
artsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some glasses do.
Very nice.
Yeah. Well, I like.
Oh, I love this. That is so great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That is so great.
This must be her work area, huh?
Yeah.
And then
That
after
is
that,
Her studio. I need a studio.
like this. Yeah. And then it'll sculpt it on this.
Ooh. I'm hitting the floor too hard.
That's how it gets its shape. And you see, I'm making.
Nice, pretty stuff, huh?
Such a variety, too. Plates and everything. Wow.
That one glass artist who saw in the villages didn't want us to take pictures.
I know. This is beautiful. Oh, I love these. I love this piece.
It's very beautiful.
I always think you could put a little doily in there and serve breads and rolls or something.
Yeah.
Both of us are
I'm
mean.
Robin, and this is Larry. We have a YouTube channel with about 1,500 subscribers, and we were wondering if we could interview you.
Sure.
I'm just a spectator.
You're a spectator.
And you're wearing earrings that are my favorite color.
I know.
That's
Those
beautiful.
are Ann Ramsden's.
Oh,
We
yeah,
should make
really?
some, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like those.
I know, they're really
I have a pair of her earrings Jackie gave me.
Oh, you have to be careful on that.
Which side to put them on?
Well, and yeah, that's a good point. And
Yeah.
the weight.
Because one side is shinier and the other side is duller.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I get it done right?
Yes, you did. That's
Beautiful.
beautiful.
Yeah. She's awesome. So.
I can see the artwork, yeah.
Yeah.
She is too. She has her stuff at the Artisans Guild.
Oh, you
Actually,
do?
I can be carrying those cards around. You got any cards?
Oh, right here.
We just
Oh, we got to sign in, yeah.
we just learned about the Artisans Guild, and that is really
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we will, this video that we're doing today will be up tonight, and we can send you a link to it if you want to see it.
Oh, well, that'd be great.
Hopefully it's up tonight.
Well, don't make promises.
Doesn't always work.
It's always fun.
It usually is that night, you know.
So maybe you send it to me, Bettianne.
I will.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, nice to meet you.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, Mary. Thank you.
So you have a nice little studio here.
Thank you.
That's beautiful.
Thank you.
And
So-
you're Bettianne Ford.
Bettianne Ford.
So tell us about the art. How did you get involved in glass as an art medium?
I used to do stained glass. And
Oh, really?
I loved stained glass. And then I discovered fused glass.
Mhm.
And Jacquelyne Collett, who's another fused glass artist in town, was giving classes, so I
think we just met her, right?
class. You probably
I think
did.
so, yeah.
Yeah.
Over in Rock.
Yeah, yes, yes.
Yeah. I used to paint, but I liked watercolors, and watercolors do their own thing. They always want to go where they want to go. And so I like the idea that when you cut the glass, it stays where you put it.
You have more control.
And I still love stained glass. I do that only by commission because it's hard to have stained glass just hanging around somewhere.
Oh, uh-huh.
But I love fused because you aren't as restricted. You know, you don't have to get inside a certain thing to make it. You can just cut a piece of glass to make a tray or a dish or whatever, and then you can design it any way you want it.
Oh, okay.
And you can stack the glass so that, you know, pieces go on top of pieces, so you end up with...
Is that what fused means?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I fuse it in the kiln. And this particular style, this is a 3-fire process.
Oh, wow.
I draw on clear glass, and then I fire it to set the enamel, and then I turn it over and put it on a piece of colored glass. And then I can actually add embellishments to this if I want to, and then I fire it again. And when I fire it again, it comes out like this.
Oh,
It's
my
flat.
gosh.
Flat and fused.
Nice.
And then I put it into a mold to shape it. And this I'm making a holder for chopsticks. so it'll just go down. But this one is just a little dish to use on this one, and it slumps down and gets the shape of the mold.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And I make big trays and I make little things, and you know, I just make all styles. So.
That's beautiful. And how long does the firing process take?
Well, it generally takes over like 14 hours, 14, 15. So each time I fire, it's a long time. And the kiln ramps up and stays at certain places to let the glass do what it needs to do to fuse, and then it comes back down slowly. And I don't open the kiln until it's about 200, less than 200
That's
degrees.
like a high-tech thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's like 15 or 1600 degrees. So.
You have such a variety of shapes within the glass itself. Like you have birds and butterflies, and you've got a crab down there.
Yes.
How can you decide what you do next in your pieces?
Really, I have ideas just pop into my head. I like to do birds. I do a lot of birds because I really like birds. But ideas just pop into my head, and so I come out and I think, oh, I'm going to draw that, and so I draw that, and
okay.
Then I go from there.
But you don't have just the birds embellished in. You've got bird shapes over there too.
I sometimes do this type of glass where I'm, like I said, I'm just using the glass itself and laying other glass on it. And so I can embellish it whatever way I want that way. And then that just goes into fuse all together. So that's a one, you know, then, and when it comes out, it's flat. And then I have a little bird-shaped mold that I put it on.
Oh,
and
nice.
then it sinks
Oh,
down into
really?
the mold. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Very cool.
So it's two different styles.
Oh, there's a bottle-shaped mold or whatever you use that for, right? On the bottom,
Yes,
underneath
I
it.
haven't actually used that yet.
Right
I'm
there.
anxious to try it, but I haven't used it.
Everything is so colorful, and the designs are really outstanding. Like you've got such a modern over there with the stripes with the tiny circles. And then you've got this with scenery on it, and of course that you can see through it.
Yes.
I just love that. And that orange piece up there is gorgeous.
Well, I'm a little ADHD.
So, okay.
So I
It
have
helps
a lot
the
of
artist.
ideas.
That's what an artist is made of, right?
Yeah, really. So ideas do pop in my head a lot, and I'm like, oh, that would be great, you know, I want to make that. So, and you know, also, a lot of times people like geometric designs, so I try to do some of that for people who like that more than drawing or just glass. And you can see that up there in the blue and green piece, you know, just putting things together. And this is all the two-fire process where I've just cut the glass to look like carrots.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And I use these for spoon rests, that kind of thing. They're all usable.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Just not safe to put in the microwave or the dishwasher.
Oh, really?
Right.
But you can use them and hand wash them. And, big trays, little trays.
I love that. I love the clear with the.
My
you
husband
can
just
see
came
through
out
it
and
do
he's
that.
like, oh, I really like that one. It's like, yeah, I thought it looked kind of like a lake or something with things floating.
Yeah.
And the same thing with this one. I thought it kind of looked like a river, and I tried to make it different.
It does,
shapes,
yeah.
But it wasn't.
I can see that.
And then I used a big mold to just shape it in.
Oh, you did?
But it doesn't have to be square or rectangular. It can be
any kind of free-form shape you want it to be.
as long as it fits inside the mold. It's
and you have defined shapes like the bamboo and like the guitar on there.
Yeah, I do both. And my husband grows bonsai, so I often do bonsai as part of my work.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Well, he's an artist with the bonsai then.
I see it, yeah.
This is so nice. You've got ornaments.
Yes.
I like the bird. It's gorgeous.
Thank you. I had a dragonfly, but someone bought it this morning. It was a dragonfly tray. It was very pretty.
Oh, I mean,
beautiful. It was very pretty in my estimation. I liked it.
Somebody else must have
She
liked it.
liked
They bought
too,
it, yeah.
Yeah. And it was kind of this artistic glass as well. And there is some glass that comes with beautiful design in it that I just figure out how I want to use that glass and drawing on it to make it feel like it fits. To me, that looks like a road going down and the tree beside it. So
It does, yeah, absolutely.
And that's your glass that you work with
yes, this
in
is
there?
the glass I work with. I try to keep it sort of out of the way so people won't get cut. It's very sharp.
Oh.
And I had it organized by color, but I've sort of disorganized. But I have some clear, and then I have this opaque glass. So it depends on what I'm making, what kind I use. And then these are the molds I use. Like if I want to make something this shape, I would cut the glass to fit it.
Oh,
so that
okay.
I know in advance that it will fit.
Okay,
So.
okay.
Would it have the ridges in there? The way
Yeah, it
the
does
ridges
actually.
are?
If you look at, where did it go? Oh, I think I sold it.
Oh, okay.
It was a small one that had little ridges in it. I made the lines blue and green so that it kind of blended in. And then this is a leaf mold. I made there's a leaf over there.
Oh, I see.
Oh, I see it, yeah.
So I just cut the glass to match that.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is so beautiful.
And the glass cutting itself, that is the biggest challenge when you first start. You have to learn how to cut the glass and
How do
break
you
it.
cut?
Well,
How do you cut?
I'll
what
show you.
you?
Yeah, I'll show you up here. Some of my designs I draw, and then because I'm drawing them on clear, I can put them under the clear, and then I can fix my drawing the way I want it before I start the enamel process, because you can't erase that. But this glass, if I'm going to make a big piece and I want it to be straight, I might cut with this.
Oh my.
And then I use this, they're called running pliers. And that breaks it.
That's amazing.
But I can also cut with this if I want to make a curved line. Curved lines are a little trickier. Sometimes they don't break properly. They want to break in two pieces. If that happens,
oh my!
Then
Look
you
at
can take
that.
it over to the grinder. I won't turn it. I won't do it right now because I don't have a mask on.
Okay.
But
And that would grind the little edge off of there.
I think I turned my thing off. I didn't mean to.
Oh,
But anyway,
that's okay.
Anyway, yeah, I would put it against here and grind off the rough edge, and then it would be ready for me to use.
Very cool.
Because it's really easy to cut
Oh,
yourself.
to cut yourself,
I
sure.
cut myself many times, and I keep Band-Aids up there.
You got a lot of Band-Aids.
I have a lot of Band-Aids.
And those are different colors.
This is crushed glass, and it's
Oh.
called frit. And I can use this to embellish my work in any way. If you look at that dragonfly over there, I drew it, and then after it was fired the first time, then I used some of this glass to give the body a little dimension.
Oh, nice.
But I have all different colors. I can mix the colors or keep them separate. Sometimes I make pieces where I've mixed the frit together, which I think is pretty.
Oh, it is. Look at that.
And I can just put it on a piece of glass.
Uh-huh.
And let it go where it wants to go,
and then you fire that the
fire
way
it
is.
Yeah, and then fire it, and it would
That's cool.
comes out whatever way you want it.
Oh, that's amazing.
Whatever way it wants.
Do you have a website you can tell us about?
I don't have a website, but I am on Instagram.
Okay.
I do have a website, but it's not up to date. Let me put it that way.
Okay.
Do you want to give us your Instagram?
Yes, it's Bettianne Ford Glass.
Okay. Is there an E at the end of Ann?
Bettianne.
Okay.
Ford.
Okay, I can have one of these.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
Put that on the back.
Well, let's sign in so that.
Yes. And I have my stuff at the Artisans Guild.
Oh, nice.
Gallery.
Uh-huh.
And as I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier, there are about 50 artists there. It's a co-op, and we all take turns working.
Oh,
it's
that's wonderful.
Yes,
So y'all
it's-
volunteer and
yeah.
support each other.
Yes, and then a lot of us are members of GFAA, and they also offer opportunities to show your work and to have your work displayed down there. So,
Oh,
Very
that's
cool.
wonderful.
yeah,
Well,
we
there-
all love GFAA. It's a wonderful.
Sounds like
place.
it's a great organization
It
for
is.
artists.
It is a wonderful organization for artists, and a lot of artists meet a lot of other artists there, and they offer classes and other things too.
Oh, that's wonderful. Well, it's been such a pleasure speaking
Thank
with
you so much.
Bettianne.
We'll need to put our name on your paper.
Yes, please do.
Oh, this is so great. We're having such a fun time on our artist tour.
But I'm getting tired, kids. So this is our last stop.
Yeah, we're gonna go see Debra Lindberg. She's an Encaustic Mixed Media Artist, and Wes Lindberg, who is a photographer.
Yes.
Beautiful breeze, and boy, is it gorgeous. These neighborhoods love them.
I do.
I
so
do.
One thing I want to say about the encaustic art. Robin tried encaustic art,
Oh yeah, I love it.
and you were very good at it.
Thank you.
And we know a lady in Germany who actually introduced us to encaustic art.
Yeah.
So, and she was like a master at it, I guess.
Oh yeah, she's a professional.
So we're gonna go see now another professional master of encaustic art. What's his name?
Her name is Debra Lindberg, and
Alright.
she's an Encaustic Mixed Media Artist.
All right, let's go inside and see.
Okay.
Let me show you the neighborhood first. Oh, my thing was sideways. Here we go. Look at this. I love these big, tall trees. All right,
yeah,
let's go inside. Let's see. For a long time. Very nice. Oh, nice. Look at somebody's backyard. Look at that. Oh man.
Nice.
Look, I'm gonna.
I hear a fountain.
Look at that fancy walkway over there.
Oh yeah.
That table.
I hear a fountain.
I hear it too. I hear it too.
Beautiful.
Hey, you picked a good one.
Oh, look at this. Isn't this gorgeous?
You picked a pretty place.
Birds.
Wow.
Oh, what a great picture that is.
That's awesome. Your brother would like that old tractor.
Oh, yeah. This is beautiful.
I guess you gotta go upstairs. Oh, it's a. Oh yeah, upstairs.
I think so. Nice.
Glad there's a handrail.
Me too. Could be wide steps are nice.
Yeah.
This is welcome tour guests. Come on in.
Okay. I'm almost there.
Hello, how are you?
We made it.
I just finished putting railings on yesterday. I just finished.
Thank you. That was just for me.
I know. Well, I've been enjoying them since there. You know? I'm like, how to live without them? You know?
Well, I'm Larry. This is Robin.
Pleasure. Wes, Deb, and Layla, my granddaughter.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
And you're our last stop on this tour today.
Oh, good.
And we're videotaping. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Can you sign in?
Yeah, sign in for our grant stuff. Keep track of that.
We do a YouTube channel, so we're going to feature it on our channel.
Very cool. What's your channel called?
It's called The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Very
You don't look for it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the name right there, under my name. The World Spins Fine on Her Own.
And which camera are you filming with now?
This one, oh, it's what is it called?
Yeah.
DJI is the name of the company.
Yep, I know them. Is it their 360 or not? Is it 360?
No, it's not 360.
Okay.
It's well, it's got that
leveling
gimbal thing on it.
Oh, it's got a gimbal, right? I got a couple gimbals, yeah.
I think it's the same thing they put into a drone.
Probably.
But
yeah.
I'm not an expert on it.
I am an expert because I'm a digital media professor at Senesac.
Oh, nice.
So,
Oh, wow.
yeah, right.
Yeah, I love this.
Many of them. I got 2 different gimbals that I use personally, but I also run GoPros and I run 360s.
You're loaded with cameras.
Yeah, I'm loaded with cameras. I got a bike downstairs that I can run like 7 cameras.
So you're
on.
the photographer.
Yes.
And you're the encaustic artist.
There you go.
Got
So
it.
it's kind of, this is her lady loft, and then I have a man cave underneath.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And your photography.
I do have my photography over there. Someone asked how I get that space, and you go, "Do you do her prints?" I go, "Yeah, that's my trade-off. I get to hang out over here." And I mean, that one's worth looking if you haven't seen it. It's fucking about YouTube because it's got an infinity wall. So there's no corners to the walls, you see.
Let's see.
And so they're really fun to like walk into that space and just see that.
Oh wow, that is
like,
cool.
and I built these myself. Cut all the plywood forms for everything, all the way across, all the way up like that. 24 feet wide, 10 feet tall, no corners.
Oh my.
Isn't that fun?
That's outstanding. Look how cool that looks over
Oh,
there.
it does. You can walk into it with your camera if you want to walk right up towards it so you can see it's like invisible.
It becomes invisible?
Yeah, because it's like an infinity wall. It's
Robin,
like
be my model.
You're not
Can you
careful.
be my model?
Yeah.
What do you want me to do?
Just I don't know, just stand there, I guess.
Walk straight in towards the corner and then turn slowly. You say, I'm going into infinity, and you do it 3 times, you'll disappear. So
I'm
we'll
going
see you.
into infinity. Oh my. Wow.
Hey, you look great.
This is wonderful.
Yeah.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, very.
I do like this little camera. The problem I have with it is when it's bright outside, I can't tell what I'm even looking at.
That's true. Yeah.
So and I know you can hook it up to your phone.
Yeah.
And use that
I've done it
as
with mine too. Yeah, I've done it with mine. I've actually made one that rides on this camera so I can watch it like that. On my bike, I am watching my phone a lot of time, but like you said, what bugs me on the GoPro is on the fastest shutter speed, it's still too bright. It blows out.
Oh, okay.
But on auto exposure, it can handle it, but then when you get in the dark areas, it looks like daylight when it's really dark. You know what I'm saying? It's like because it's
So
automatic.
you know way more about it than I do.
Yeah.
We had a radio show for 34 something like that. 36
that's
years.
cool.
We retired from it like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
We said, well, let's do something similar, but let's not have a boss tell us what to talk about. Let's just talk about what we want to talk about.
Love it.
So we discovered. Well, first we started with a podcast, audio only.
Yeah.
And then we discovered the whole YouTube thing and said, well, let's do that.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I have my whole podcast studio here, so got my built-in green screen for when I'm doing zooming from
Are you doing YouTube also?
I don't do it like serious. I have a YouTube channel, a Vimeo channel. I put a lot of my bike stuff up there.
Oh, really?
But I haven't. I've been kind of wanting to do sort of live stream stuff, so I'm working towards that.
What is your channel? Tell our audience.
Well, Wesley Ray is my handle on all social media. So I have
Wesley
the YouTube
Ray.
channel. Yeah, Wesley
Okay.
Ray. Yeah. And so my YouTube's YouTube Wesley Ray, and it brings you there.
Okay.
And the latest one you can see is I did some 360 stuff where I crossed the ocean, breached into the Summerhaven River down by Matanzas Inlet, and I crossed the river with my bike, and I come up through it, and so I had the 360 footage, and you can actually on YouTube move it all direction and see my bike, the water. Whatever you want, you control it right on.
So
YouTube.
can you use those cardboard things?
You could, but I mean, if you're just looking at YouTube, anybody can spin around and look at it. Yeah,
turn it around. Yeah, I've tried that
and
too.
Vimeo, same thing. Wesley Ray on Vimeo. I have a bunch of videos up there as well. A lot of bike videos is basically what it is.
How far do you
And
bike?
I do about 2,500 miles a year.
Oh, nice.
So every 2 days,
We got a bike more often.
Yeah.
Well, I could show you my bike. It's in the man cave because I can put like 7 cameras on it, and I run cameras all the time
What?
on it. Yeah, all the time. Usually I have a 360 on the front of it. But every Sunday, tomorrow morning, I'll get up. Well, I get up at 5 every morning, but I'll ride all the way out to the prairie, out to Alachua Lake, overlooking back. That's 16 miles. So I do 16 miles on Sunday, 16 miles on Wednesday. Don't matter whether it's rain, shine, heat, whatever. I ride all the time. Cold, I just ride.
Yeah.
And then anywhere else that I can go around town. Go to my ag exam out at the Oaks Mall, ride my bike out there.
Wow.
I'm on it pretty much.
You're
as
an
much as I can.
inspiration for sure.
Well, you do wonderful photography. I
Thank
love
you.
the emotion.
Yeah, let's start with you with the art.
That's what mine's really about. They're long exposures, and so on many of them, the dancers are my brushes, and so I'm painting with the dancers. That's a 10-second exposure there. And so that dancer knows, Thais, she's from South America, to hold still, move a bit, hold still, and move again. And then she paints that picture while I'm capturing.
That's really amazing.
Yeah. And then on some of these other ones that you see, like this one right here, my model sits still in my window downstairs, and I use a bulb exposure, hold it really still, and capture that image, and then move with the light to get the streaming effects. And same with that one
Very
there.
art-like, too.
Yeah, so you're spinning with her hand.
Oh,
she's,
yeah.
She's a contortionist, and so I said, just do your thing. And she bends into all different shapes and everything. That's her thing. She does professionally in Gainesville. That one is the azaleas coming in there. Same thing. I hold it still, and then move it and get my light streaming in from the windows there.
I like your cap.
Yeah, Toulouse.
It's very
He's special.
The cat up
We
there.
just lost him in January. We had him. We raised him from baby kittens. We rescued his mom in 2004 from a hurricane, and I took him to get her fixed. And they said, "She's got babies. You want us to abort them?" I'm like, "No, I want them." And I called my wife at work. I go, "Baby, can I have kittens? I haven't had kittens since I was a kid." She already had 4 cats. She's like, "Okay." And so she fell in love with Toulouse, and I fell in love with Bijou. So we kept 2. My daughter kept 2, and then my buddy had the 5th one.
Oh, nice.
And they only one is still here, but our 2, we lost 1 in December. So we had them for a long time, from tiny babies.
Did you happen to go into the first place we stopped at, Robin? What was it called? Because somebody had a display of cameras on a canvas.
The Gainesville Fine Arts Association main.
The very first way.
Oh, you went right in the gallery, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
So somebody had, I guess, a large canvas.
Okay.
For lack of a better way to explain
Yeah.
what it is. And they had like these cameras you
cameras
have
up
up there.
there, right.
They just, I guess they just glued
I
them.
didn't see that. I was there last night. I didn't even see that.
And I think they maybe spray painted them white or something.
Yeah.
I don't know, but it was a very cool idea to.
Yeah. No, that's very cool. So
I see you work in black and white too.
Yeah, for years I did infrared. I did infrared film for many, many years. Had a big darkroom in Micanopy. And so those are infrared black and white, yeah.
Oh,
And now I've switched to digital. I'm getting ready to convert a second camera to digital, so I can do digital infrared. That's all it'll do is infrared black and white.
Oh, okay.
It won't do anything else. Once you convert it, because you change the chip out inside, and no longer can do any normal photography.
Oh, really?
So yeah, so I'm going to do the 5D Mark IV, which is one of the latest DSLRs of Canon's before mirrorless, convert it to infrared and do more infrared. These are all infrared out here too. There's some here, and there's a number of them up on top here. Most all of them are printed on watercolor paper. I do all my own prints.
Oh, watercolor.
Yep. I love it. Even actually, this is even on velvet watercolor paper. I mount it myself and then put a UV sealer over it, and I build birch panel cradle panels for it. So this you could actually scrub this. I actually had a small one I wanted to put another photo on. I tried to sand the photo off. I couldn't get through the UV sealer. I mean, it's just stronger than glass.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I literally take a power sander back and forth, and I'm going, this is crazy. How could this be so strong, you know?
Wow.
Yeah, but they make these new UV sealers that are so durable. Man. So anyway, that one really, you literally can throw mud on this, scrub that off, and it's
That's
still good.
amazing.
I know, is it ridiculous?
Pretty cool.
I know. And of course, Deb does all the encaustic work. She'll explain more about it, but those are all beeswax and tree resin, multiple
That's
layers.
what we wanted to know about. Yeah, beeswax. And
Yeah, it's hot wax. She's got a whole setup that she does demos on over there.
Oh, okay,
You can see her brushes and everything. Yeah.
Can you explain how you do your art? I can. Maybe wonderful.
so it's beeswax.
Yeah, she's better explained than I am, I think.
Do you know anything about my process at all? Or
A little. She did it. She actually did it a little bit.
Yeah, I just took a piece of paper and melted some wax and put a hot iron on it. So it's
It's close. It's along the
That's just
line.
my extent.
So basically, encaustic is an ancient art form. The Fayum mummy portraits were done in encaustic. So,
Oh, really?
Yes, they were, and they've been around for a really, really long time, thousands of years. And
Well, the results are beautiful. What you have on the wall.
yeah, well, thank you. I pretty much do. My main thing is collage mixed media for the most part.
Can you
so-
show us how?
Yeah.
Is that liquid wax right there?
This is wax. This is a beeswax. There's
Oh, there's
1
the
pound blocks
solid.
of that, and then this is a Damar tree resin, which is what makes encaustic for the most part. Although some people use just beeswax, but this is added to the mix, and this raises the melting point of the beeswax.
Oh, okay.
Makes it more durable, and it also adds shine to
Oh,
the finished
okay.
piece.
Oh, okay.
So basically, this turn it upside down. So basically, I start with a gessoed panel, which is
Okay.
Baltic birch is what I use. There's commercial ones, but I like the Baltic birch a lot.
Oh, okay.
And it's solid, wonderful substrate to work with. And so then once I have that on there, then I'll come in and take,
The guy, I really like the guy that did it.
heat this up a little bit.
Oh, that's how you do it. The heat.
So this is heated to 200 degrees. It's already
Oh, that's like
yeah.
like you make pancakes on.
Yes. And then
A griddle.
come in and
Oh.
now, I've been working on this all day, and this just because I'm putting beeswax on it, it's actually taking the image that's way back there and recessing it quite a bit.
Oh my.
So that's one way I can get a lot of dimension out of the work. So once I lay down the layer, every time I lay down a layer, for the most part, I have to fuse it to the layer. So I use the torch or heat gun.
Oh my gosh.
And I go in.
Oh my gosh.
Fuse
I see the bubbles.
Yeah. And so basically the process is repeated over and over again, and then in between I add collage elements, textural work, different pigments.
Is that an actual leaf, or did you paint that on there? Or?
It's a leaf impression.
Oh,
Use
a
a
leaf
leaf
impression.
and use it. You put it in the hot wax and then push on it, and it leaves an impression.
And then you take the actual leaf away.
You take the
and then you
actual
can
leaf.
be creative. I love the gold.
Yeah.
And all of
that.
Here it's
And so these are pure pigments. There's a few companies that produce pure pigments for encaustic, which is a blend of a pure pigment plus that medium.
Oh, okay.
And myself, what I do, these tins and all those tins that you see up there are a little bit of this pigment to quite a bit of the medium. It's very, very concentrated.
Oh my gosh.
And so I keep those pure. When I go to these tins, I'm diluting, I'm adding more pigment to make them a little richer. So I can do that, and I can also come in and put the pigment straight down on here and use that to get a really, really dark. So I go from from this in the tin to a medium in these.
Okay.
So that allows me to create more depth. And encaustic is a lot about depth, just because you can create amazing depth with the work.
So when somebody buys a piece, do they have to be careful not to leave it in the hot car, that kind of thing?
You don't want to leave it in the hot car.
Yeah, it looks
I
like...
work it at 200 degrees, but it can get soft.
Yeah.
If you're parked out in the sun on these days, it's been so hot, you don't want to.
Well, I know.
I honestly wouldn't leave any artwork in the car in this kind of a temperature.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know. So with encaustic, it's pretty much extremes, heat and cold. But it's for the most part very durable. It cures and hardens over time.
So when did you discover encaustic as a medium to work with?
A long time ago.
Long time? So it's nothing new for you?
It's nothing new for me. I've been doing it about 15 years maybe.
Oh my.
So,
do you put a sealer over the top?
It's its own sealer.
Oh, okay.
And you also do
13 days. I time lapse every day.
Yeah.
I have that on YouTube.
Yeah, I see that. It's nice.
So, if I wanted to, I could come in here and I could take some tissue paper. These are stamps and things from tissue paper. And just burnish it down. It's a stamp ink print on tissue paper is what that is.
Oh, okay.
Burnish it down. And then I can come in with a heat gun and fuse it, and the image will show, but the tissue paper will be dissolved.
Is that right? Wow.
Look at that, it's disappearing. The tissue paper.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
very neat.
Beautiful.
Then you can come in and put some more layers and things over top of it, and quite a few things you can.
So it really disappears.
Yeah, if I wanted to fuse it quite a bit, I could put a more opaque color on it. Some of that for this one.
You have to keep it warm.
Hot.
at that. Look at
So
that.
artistic. It's beautiful.
I think Robert's going to be doing encaustic again. You're going to do it differently now, not with an iron.
Oh yeah, because
I
this
use
is
irons.
amazing.
I use irons.
This is amazing.
But it's the birch panel that actually you want it to be porous but solid. So basically what I do is a combination of the two. Collage, imprinting. This is I'm actually liking how that's receding, so keep building that up for fun.
It's such a beautiful art form. I mean, you must have all of this in your head before you actually put it on your canvas.
Normally I do, but it doesn't stay that way. It morphs into whatever it wants to be.
Oh, okay.
So you see how that's receding into background. And
It's like there's a haze between us and it, right? Whatever that is.
All kinds of collage papers and things. I use a lot of stamps.
I like the portrait.
Yeah,
that's really classy.
She needs her head back, and she'll get her head back.
Do you work on more than one piece at a time?
Usually.
Oh, because you have to let it dry or cure, or?
No, you have to let it cool.
What is the big hose for that goes out the window?
It's a vent.
Just a vent.
That little one. So I'm putting some indents in here.
Oh.
Putting a pattern in here.
Oh, I see.
Oh my. Oh my.
So these are
that is really something.
Old petite wood blocks. Then come in. So it's just endless, you know. You keep building.
Yeah, no, it's definitely. The thing is,
Just keep working on it. That is amazing.
Oh yeah, you kind of.
Do you have a website?
I do. It kind of needs some work, but I have one. I'm always saying it needs some work. But you can take one of my cards.
We'll take your card, yeah.
So you can see kind of what you can do with it. Just a dimension of it.
Oh my gosh. That is so amazing. And you're so gentle on the way you work things. That's really nice.
It depends on what I'm doing. You know, I'm trying to blend. And then there's a certain level of skill there because you don't want to melt it all the way.
Oh, sure.
But not always.
Sure.
Sometimes you might, you know.
Well, that's a beautiful piece.
It's kind of long. It's a sampler.
Oh, okay.
I started it at the Guild.
I like how you color the edges of your canvas also.
Yeah. So that's pretty much it in a nutshell.
Thank you for sharing that with us.
You're welcome. It's lots of fun. It's really nice.
We love the walk, by the way, from the street to here.
Great.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And you didn't feel like you were going to get eaten up by trees.
No.
It was magical.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much for allowing us to come into your home and
Thank you
to
for
see your work.
allowing us to do this.
Beautiful stuff.
Oh yeah, they have a bunch of them. Matter of fact, the bottom of this is some wood from my property. So this is all wood from my property. I
Take
built
the
all the
cards.
trees that I take down. And so I built this frame out of the.
That's beautiful. All those. Oh, I like the newsprint behind there with the flowers and everything. That is so creative, so clever.
The one that
So clever.
tubing is from Jones Welding and Metal Supply.
Oh, and you make
really
prints.
good guy.
Yep.
If you need anything metal, just north of Walla Road.
Prints
I mean,
are the
Walla Road.
originals.
If you drive up Walla
Oh,
Road,
they're really
past Walla
vibrant.
Road,
They
just outside
jump
of Walla,
right
you know
out.
where the big flea market thing is? Just after you pass it, they're on the right hand side. And a really nice guy.
That's a
going
really
about 2 minutes.
nice one, yeah. Very nice.
Rosie and Peanut ended up in my house. The original.
Oh man, I did
really?
railings for DOT,
I
and we just use
was starting
inch board
to
aluminum.
have,
I go, that's what I want.
Like heart
Give me
things
that.
whenever I
You know,
hang
so
her
he
up
just
in an
told me
art
what he
show.
did, and I said, that's fine.
Didn't want it to go. Yeah, yeah.
I have a few of
And you
those.
can cut that with a carbide saw.
They're beautiful. Well, thank you.
And also I got self-drilling screws.
Thank you. It was beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you.
And those won't work in stainless
Thank
either.
you. He's busy talking. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you downstairs.
Yeah, I know. You don't want an old man falling down your stairs. Thank you.
I know, I know.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, we'll get it tonight. Well,
Oh my.
we didn't get to all of them,
No.
but we got to a lot of them.
In 7 hours. It was from 10 to 5 is the event. We did a lot in 7 hours.
The gentleman we just spoke to, the photographer,
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen a photographer. Now, don't get mad at me, all of you photographers. I've seen beautiful photography, don't get me wrong. But his was the most artistic, I think,
Oh yeah, I would think so.
from
Sure.
what I've seen. And the encaustic, forgive me for not remembering the names.
Well, this is Wes Lindberg was the photographer here, and Debra Lindberg is the encaustic
Deborah.
artist. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So they are clearly artists.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference between artist and illustrator.
Mhm.
There's a difference between art and craft.
Yeah.
Nothing is better than the other, though. Just they're all
No.
good.
This is a beautiful walk we're on.
Yeah. And it's very awkward walking and talking.
Oh yeah.
So let me turn it around
We
and
should turn it around
and show you what we see.
and walk and talk.
All right.
So they don't gotta see us.
Here we go. Let me get out of here.
Yeah.
I hear people behind us, I think.
Yeah. That way we can talk without being seen.
All right, so thank you for joining us.
Mhm.
Everybody who watched this guy,
Yeah, true artist. I love it.
this guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is truly the home of artists right here. So I'm out of breath.
Well, we had a great day today. It was a wonderful day at the Gainesville Fine Arts Association 2023 Artist Studio Tour. Fabulous stuff. Thank you.
And we got to see some beautiful neighborhoods in Gainesville.
Uh-huh.
And we had some Chinese food. We didn't show you that, but we did. All right, kids, take care, be good. Don't forget to write.
Remember, writing is very important.
And hold on.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
The world
Spins fine.
on her own,
Yes, it does.
baby.
With all the creativity you can muster.